Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Center of Peace and our Sunday morning celebration. I'm so delighted to see everybody here this morning. I truly am. My name is Twana Malone. I'm the senior minister here at the Center of Peace. My pronouns are she, her, and they. This morning, we have a wonderful service in store. We have our licensed professional practitioners assisting us in our service this morning. We have leading us in our meditation, Cynthia Banks. Leading us this morning in our experience with the chakra bowl. That is giving us an opportunity to begin to bring our attention and our awareness into the room this morning, Alima A. Boyd. Leading us in our treatment, our affirmative prayer this morning is Barbara Jones. Leading us in our selected and sacred readings this morning is Marilyn Watkins. Holding consciousness for us this morning, knowing the truth about our time together today, and it's unfolding in a wonderful and magnificent way, is Kutia Thompson, Mara Davis, and Jackie Jackson. Our music today is being sung forth through Marcy Francis and friends. Our greeting everybody who walks into our space this morning is Sheila Denikin and Linda Singleton. We have Nicole and Al on the ones and twos, and Vern enjoying the service this morning. So I think we are all set and ready to go. So let us prepare ourselves then to be moved into a time of practice, a most important piece of our service. And I want to invite you to begin to let everything else go and decide now to be present. Cynthia?
I want you to close your eyes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Sigh out. Connect with that breath, that soothing, rhythmical movement. Breathe in. Breathe out. I want you to begin to imagine that you are at the start of the forest. You begin to walk down a soft, mossy path, covered in tree roots and stumps. Tall trees towering above you and either side of you. As you allow your gaze to fall, you see beauty all around. Wildflowers, heather, woodland sorrel, and fir cones, all scattered and interspersed among the majesty of the trees. The sun shines down on you through the trees, the dappled sunlight shining ahead on the path. The trees soothe your soul, and you give thanks for the beauty of nature around you. You notice how stunning each tree is around you, how individual each tree, plants, and grass is. so unique. You breathe deeply. Sigh. Release and feel the softness and calmness flood your body. As you continue to walk, you become aware of sound. This quiet space is filled with sounds from the creak of the trees in the wind to the gentle running water of the stream, the distant sound of a hawk in the sky, and the soothing, repetitive thud of your feet. You feel so connected. You take a moment to rest by a large fir tree. You run your hands along its trunk and ask permission if it's okay for you to rest against it. And in your heart, you know the answer is yes. You appreciate the strong support of the trunk. Again, breathing in. Breathing out. Grateful that you can admire the beauty and uniqueness of the trees and plants, each tree differing in size, shape, and color, each plant adding to the splendor of the scene around you. You press against the tree with your eyes closed, connected to breath and sound. As you sit, your mind wanders to the forest and how, if it weren't for the uniqueness, would it be as beautiful? Does the fact that one tree is smaller than the other matter? Does it matter that one of the heather bushes differs in color to another? As these thoughts fill your mind, you feel the warmth from the tree that supports your back. A universal nod of love and appreciation. Your thoughts change to all the times you have tried to change, to fit in, the parts of yourself you have tried to hide and let go of. The parts of yourself you gave away to conform. Now, you recognize that these elements of you these elements that you have gave away and changed were what made you unique. You breathe deeply, surrounded in this beauty, supported space you call back all the aspects of you. And as you breathe, you fill yourself up and attract back your essence, your truth. Breathe deeply. Feel yourself draw them back in. You feel full, complete, no longer insecure and uncomfortable. You feel at home. You smile, blink your eyes open, and have the gentle laugh and nod. You touch the tree. Raise your hand, raise to your feet, and place your arms around it and give thanks. You thank the tree's wisdom. Breathe deeply, ready to face the path ahead. As you walk through the forest along the path, you feel taller, connected, and aligned. You walk mindfully, listening and touching, embracing all the uniqueness the forest has to offer. Nature knows. Nature guides. Nature has the answers. Slowly guiding yourself back, breathe deeply. Drawing the breath in, filling your chest, ribs, and belly. Exhaling slowly, releasing. Time to guide your beautiful, unique self back. You are beautiful just as you are. When you feel ready, gently blink your eyes open. And take in a long, slow, deep breath, and a long, slow, deep breath out, guiding yourself back with love from my heart to yours. And so it is.
Oh, what a beautiful day today is. Oh, what a joy it is to be alive and awake. For life is so good. Life is full, life is vibrant, life is everywhere present, lifing. Life is always conspiring for our highest and best. Life is spiraling us to a greater and greater experience of itself. I give thanks for this conscious awareness that we are divine emanations of its perfection. I am so grateful to announce that there is only one life, that life is good, that life is perfect, that life is unlimited potential, that life is divine intelligence, that life is beautiful, peace-filled, joy-filled, exciting. I am so grateful to know that I am the I am. And I speak my word for each and every one of us in our unique, divine, expressive selves, that life is moving through us and as us divinely, uniquely. informing us of its love, informing us that we be it everywhere we go, informing us that by the power of our word and our choices, we live the life that we so desire. I am so grateful to be in this place, in this space of knowing that each one of us has come to be a mirror and a reflection of the other, of the good that is within us, of the good that we see outside of us, knowing that it is all one. This is such a beautiful, beautiful experience to love and to know and to know and to be, that our words and our actions align with the truth of who and what we are. So I just give thanks today for this activity of our limbs, this activity of our minds, the activity of our love in all the ways that it shows up. I give thanks for everyone who has come to this center of peace, being the peace that we know we already are, that we know we don't need to seek it outside, because we learn every time we come through that door that we already are it. I am so grateful for the opportunity to leave this place with the truth in my heart and in my actions and in my words, which is true for each one of us. We be the light everywhere we go. So I just know that this service, as always, continues to inspire us and motivate us to be all the more and nevertheless. I am so grateful for the words that come forth that continue to inspire me to move out into being full and to being happier than happy can be today, every day. I am so grateful for the unexpected abundance that shows up in me, through me, outside of me, coming back to me. It can never fail me. It is forever and ever meeting my desires, knowing exactly how to do it in new and wondrous ways. This is the truth for each one of us. Love, 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 love. Only love matters. Only love supports and sustains us. Only love answers each and every one of our call today and every day. We rest in this truth. We live it, we be it. And I'm just knowing this service is just unfolding in perfection, divine perfection. And I give thanks for this. I give thanks for each one of us showing up and being glad and moving out into this world, being greater and greater expressions of life. So grateful, so grateful, so grateful that I take all these words. I place them into the activity of the law of mind in action. That is always saying yes to each and every one of our desires. Each and every one of us has the ability to place our desires into the law, knowing that it is already done. I just say thank you, thank you, thank you. We anchor together with these words, and so it is.
Thank you, Barbara, for that wonderful treatment. And thank you, Cynthia, for leading us in our practice this morning. So it's at this time, I'd like to invite everybody to join me as we turn our attention to our vision and our mission. You can find it behind me, to the right of me, in the back of your chairs. There are some cards, and if you so choose, you can download from the QR codes that's listed on the card in the back of your chair to have our vision and mission right in front of you. So let us see this as a realized vision, a lived mission. Join me. Our vision: a loving and peaceful world where all of humanity is honored as the divinity within is experienced. And our mission: the center of peace is a loving, inclusive, and vibrant community that utilizes and demonstrates spiritual principles and practices to cultivate powerful individuals who together create peace throughout the world. And so it is. Yes. And now I'd like to invite everybody to please stand and join us as we prepare ourselves to get ready to sing our congregational song, I Am One. You can find the lyrics to the song in the back of your chair if you are unfamiliar with the song and you'd like to sing along with us. Our congregational song was written by our licensed retired practitioner, Bayless Webb. All right, I think we're ready.
Beside me, protects and guides me, it's ever with me, wherever I go. I trust its power, God's healing power, its love surrounds me, and this I know. I live in spirit, I breathe in spirit, it lives within. And so I am a spirit, I think a spirit, its life is my life. I know God's life is my life. I know God's life is my life. I know.
So yes, while we're still standing, let us not miss out on this perfect opportunity to let our eyes simply gaze around the room, fall right where they may as we welcome each other here this morning. Taking a moment to honor the humanity in each other. Yes, welcoming each other, hugging, only if you ask. Yeah, welcome, you may be seated. Here at the Center of Peace, we are an open and affirming community. All are welcome here at the Center of Peace. And if this is your first time here, visiting us, celebrating life and celebrating love, we'd love to be able to honor you and welcome you into our space this morning. So if you feel comfortable enough and would like to stand, please do. Yes, all right. Center of Peace, if you would please join me as we just allow love simply to flow through from our heart into our hands as we say, welcome to the Center of Peace.
Welcome to the Center of Peace.
We know who you really and truly are.
We know who you really and truly are.
A unique and divine expression of love itself.
A unique and divine expression of love itself.
Truly perfect in every way.
Truly perfect in every way.
We honor you, and we welcome you. Welcome to the Center of Peace.
Welcome to the Center of
Yeah, you may be seated. Yeah. Please do, after service, make sure you go up to our visitors and let them know that they're welcome here anytime. Anytime. All right. I think we are ready for our announcements. As Ayenda comes forward, I have an announcement to make, and that is that we're going to be having a special service next Sunday, November the 3rd. I'm calling it a Day of Faith. We want to take next Sunday to activate the love in us and to be full of faith as we prepare ourselves to walk out and move into voting on Tuesday. So we want everybody to come and be with us. As I said, as we take care of each other and do what we can to ensure that everybody is feeling full of faith and safe in making their choice and decision and going to vote. And I'm complete.
Thank you, Reverend Twana. Happy Sunday, everyone. My name is Ayenda Lambert. I'm right here. Oh, ooh, okay. Thank you. Happy Sunday. I'm Ayenda Lambert, and I'm here for the morning announcements. New member orientation. Deb is here to share about the new member orientation. Yes, you are. You're here.
Good morning, everyone. Yes, we are having our membership orientation meeting. Those who choose or would love to be an official member, because we treat everyone as a member, but as an official member, you get to be on the choir, you get to be on the board, or everybody's run for the board. I can't promise you'll be on the board. I can say you can ask, but you can be on the choir. And what's the third thing? Vote, yes. That's the important thing. But I wanted to also, well, first of all, let me say it's Wednesday, it's Orientation Wednesday on Zoom. And if you go in and sign in, you'll get all the information of the Zoom link, I'm sure. And if you cannot be there this Wednesday, please get in contact with me, and I'll see if we can arrange something so you'll be able to participate in the actual membership service, which will be November 10th. Okay, I didn't want to say, I wanted to make sure. And I also wanted to just say that because one of the main reasons for me, I love our mission statement. So for me, when you say you're a member, you are saying yes to utilizing and demonstrating spiritual practices, cultivating powerful individuals who together create peace throughout the world. So thank you.
Thank you, Deb. Next is Cynthia. She's going to share about completing the circle.
So I think most of you know that we have a circle called Completing the Circle, and it is a way of asking the congregation their feelings about our various ministries and getting feedback so that we can make the Center of Peace the best that it can possibly be. So we are having a circle coming up on the 17th, so thank you, the 17th of November. It's off my mind because I won't be here, I'll be in Egypt. but anyway, and we are asking for at least 5 to 6 people to say yes to this small circle. And the circle will be on practitioners and how you experience the practitioner core. So we are asking you to please say yes, to step up so that we can make sure that the Center of Peace is fulfilling the needs of each and every individual. And there will be a little surprise gift for those who do say yes. Okay, so thank you.
Okay. Don't go too far, Cynthia. Come on back. We got another one for you. Oh, yep.
Yes, the crochet circle. I am pleased to actually say that we are pretty much full. I think I have 1 seat available, and it is the crochet circle. It will be meeting every 3rd Saturday of the month, starting in December at 6901 Old York Road, my place. And if anyone is interested, from 2 to 4 at those times, anyone who is interested can contact me. I only have 1 available seat left. It filled up fast. So thank you very much.
We're going to look real cozy in here, our little projects. Okay, that's my turn. Okay, Beyond the 4 Walls. I've been getting emails and about the tickets to see my MJ, the musical, January 16th at 7:30. The cost of the ticket is $102. They're on sale now until December the 4th. And someone asked me a question this week. They want to know if they can buy the tickets one at a time. Yes, you can. Just send me an email at marketing@thecenterofpeace.org, letting me know who I should group together, okay? And if you have any other questions, just see me after service. And it's going to be at the Academy of Music. And lastly, oh, happy birthday to everyone who's born in September and October. We have some cake in the kitchenette here. Who was born in September, October? Any birthdays? There you go, my girl. There you go. Okay, happy. Well, there's a lot of cake. Callista, she's like me. I'm sorry. You were okay. All right. Happy, everyone. There's cake back there for us to celebrate your birthday. Okay. Last but certainly not least, beverages. This is the house rules. Beverages. Please keep a lid on them. Please be mindful to keep up with your things. And we have a mailing list. You want to get our newsletter? Get involved. Stay inspired. Okay, you can scan the QR code that's behind the chair, and we have a QR code near our entrance, so you can stay up to date. Please check out our website for more information at the www.thecenterofpeace.org. You can like us, you can follow us, and you can subscribe to all our social media platforms. And practitioners are available after service for prayer and meditation and throughout the week. And I am complete. Thank you.
This morning we have thank you, Allende. This morning we have a belief in action. And what that is when one of our congregants comes forward to share their experience with the principles and practices that we teach and we talk about and all the time. And so it's a real important part of our service, because then we get to see how the principles play out in our lives in real time. It takes it from out there, bring it up close, so that we can start to use these principles and practices in our own life. So anybody can do a belief in action. All you need to do is get in contact with Callista Dorsey. She'll give you the rundown of what you have to do, how much time you have, and all of this. And so this morning, Donna Ray is going to be sharing her belief in action.
Good morning, everyone. I'm very excited, but I want to share with you my good news. My belief in action is regarding the 40-day prosperity plan I'm participating in every morning at 7 o'clock in the morning, and the radical forgiveness class I'm taking in the evening on Tuesdays. The principle I'm using is principle number 4. We believe that heaven is within us, and we experience it to the degree that we become conscious of it. Prior to coming here, I was going to wait for one day, the perfect time. It never came. I was living in the past, living in the future, but I wasn't living now. So now I have a mindset of now is my time. So I'm enjoying life now, and I'm happy. I don't procrastinate anymore. I'm living in what's in front of me now. One thing Reverend Tawana said last week was that transformation precedes manifestation. You got to go through a transformation. And I went for months. I lost my friends. Everything changed. But I knew what I wanted. It was here, and I found it. I'm so happy I stayed. The principle in our class from prosperity was the divine consciousness that I am is forever expressing its true nature and abundance. This is its responsibility. My only responsibility is to be aware of this truth and let go and let God. I ain't got to figure it out no more. I ain't got to worry about it. God has it, and I'm free. The principle, using the 40-day prosperity plan was my sister died last year, and I was in charge of her care and all. And she died and didn't sign the will, and it's a bunch of mess. So I said, forget it. I'm not being bothered. I told my brother and sister, take care of it. I'm not bothering with that. So I left it. Whatever you do, you do. So I left it. And then this month they called and told me they settled her estate. Now I've got this big check of money for me from her estate. And I didn't touch it. I just gave it to God and left it. I couldn't be bothered. And before I came here, I was a Christian, real strict Christian, and I tithed. I gave 10% faithfully. When I got here, I was on fixed income, and looking at my check, I couldn't tithe. But now I can tithe 10% again and pay off some bills. I'm so excited. And then the radical forgiveness class is my cousin. He's a lawyer, so I called him. Sister died to get advice, and he was telling people Donna Ray's just concerned about the will. She doesn't care about her sister. She's getting cremated. What's it to do? You know, really, she hadn't signed the will, so I want to take care of business. But he was telling everybody Donna Ray's just, but that wasn't true. So on this radical forgiveness, you to pick a person that you need to forgive, and I didn't want to forgive him, but I picked him. But anyway, so in radical forgiveness, it says everything that happens is orchestrated by the Spirit as a perfect plan for our souls' growth in spirituality. There's no victim or no perpetrator, no right or wrong. My cousin was judgmental of me, and I didn't like it, so I used him as my person to forgive. And what I realized in doing that was that, as a Christian, didn't realize it, but I was God's police officer on earth. It was my job to tell you what you did wrong and get you saved. My job, I had to get you saved. And that's what I was before I came here. So I realized my cousin, he was being judgmental of me the same way I was being with everybody else. So how could I not forgive him? I had cut him off, the family off. So now I'm back corresponding with the family, and I haven't talked to him lately, but I'm talking to the family. And the principle in number 9 of the prosperity was, when I'm aware of the God's self within me as my total fulfillment, I am totally fulfilled. I am now aware of this truth. I have found the secret of life. I was looking and searching and looking for truth and for years, and I found it when I came here, and I'm at peace. Like she was saying, I'm happy, 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 and happy. And what I like to say is two last things is I spoke before and I talked about wanting to take PowerPoint lessons, and they're giving free PowerPoint lessons at my senior center now. I wanted to do public speaking. I'm taking classes next month on public speaking, and I wanted to experience an intimate relation with a man before I died. And I met a man I would have never picked, never. But it's been 5 months, and we talk every day, morning and night. He calls me in the morning, wake me up. I mean, I'm just elated, and we're friends, just friends. And it's more than I expected. Anyway, so what I'd like to conclude by saying, the search is over. God was with me all the time. And my T-shirt says, the center of peace is within. You're looking out there, it's within you. And it's there all the time. And I'd like to conclude by saying one thing, search is over. As they say, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, I'm free at last.
Thank you, Donna Ray. Thank you for always being so willing to share with us. So some of you may know and some of you may not know, but we are in the throes of what we call a pledge program. And it is, for us, really an opportunity to plan. So planning is pledging, or pledging is planning. There it is. Pledging is planning. And during our pledge program, we ask everybody to go within in prayer and to join us as we prepare for the upcoming year, to get an idea of the finances that will be coming into the center so that we can properly plan for 2025. We can plan on our classes. We can plan on special programming. We can plan on giving. We can plan on making sure our children and youth have what they need. We can plan on making sure that our audio and visual team has what they need. We can plan on making sure that our practitioners have what they need. So pledging is planning. And so thank you to everybody who has already pledged. I need my phone. Thank you to everybody who has already pledged. We have a goal of $242,000 and a goal of 80 people pledging. And to date, we have 30 pledges totaling $122,866,000. So we're halfway there. We're halfway there. And so the other thing I want to say is just to those who have not pledged, who are still turning within, just know that we're surrounding you in light and love as you do go within, as you do decide or choose to join us in our planning. So planning is, as Deborah Ford said, we are planning to utilize our spiritual principles and practices. That's what we're planning to do. And one way that I got to demonstrate through the use of spiritual principles and practices here in this location is every time I come here, I get to practice kindness. I get to practice non-judgment. I get to practice honoring everybody that's around here, that's around this space, and whatever is going on and whatever might not be going on. And what you don't know and what people don't often get to see is just what does the minister do? You know what I'm saying? They'd be like, what does she do? Well, I've had the privilege and the honor, really, of demonstrating love. You don't know this, but there's been several times that I've been on my way into the center during the week, and on more than one occasion, there's been 2 or 3 gentlemen who catch me before I come in, and oftentimes with tears in their eyes, oftentimes not knowing what they're going to do next, oftentimes without anybody looking in their eyes and honoring them, the humanity in them. Oftentimes, I greet them as they are experiencing their divinity within that might not look like my divinity within. What am I planning for? I'm planning on being here so that the next time one of these gentlemen or these women that's outside in their own community is in need of someone looking them in their eyes, I plan on being here. The next time someone needs prayer, I plan on being here. The next time they need a hug, I plan on being here. I'm asking you to pledge and to help us plan, to help us plan, to help us honor humanity as we experience the divinity within. So I want to remind everybody we have a special service November 10th, a gratitude luncheon service that'll be here. There'll be food, there'll be fun, there'll be celebration. Our theme is celebrate and create. So we're going to be celebrating. There's going to be a jam session. We got all of our house musicians who are planning a big jam session for us. So come with your happy feet on, get ready to dance. It's going to be a good time. And this morning we'd like to invite Beth up, who's going to be sharing why they pledge. Everybody welcome Beth.
Thank you. I always write everything down, and every time I've meditated about what I'm going to say today, I'm like, I felt like, oh, I don't have to write it down, and now I'm like, so I'm going to try to be concise. My first thought is I was raised Catholic, so I was familiar with tithing, but I didn't ever really, I didn't give it a whole lot of my energy. And there was always something that felt kind of conflicted about it for me, and so that carried with me when I first started coming to the Center of Peace. And then it just got easier and easier to lean into. It felt more important. And for me personally with budget, I mean, I'm a parent, I have my own business, budgeting, like I get that. You can't do a whole lot without that. And so for me, it was easy to set it up online so that it just automatically happens because I'm not always able to come in person. And it was bugging me that it wasn't like, that would interfere with my giving sometimes. And so having it just sort of set up, then I can plan out for my year. So anyways, that's what works for me. But when I think about the why and what the Center of Peace means to me, I love it here so much. Like, I love all of you so much. This community is so important and meaningful in my life. And it's always felt like such a safe place to raise my children in. And even though y'all don't get to see them much anymore, but I've gotten to participate in classes, and the fact that it's on Zoom now is like, that's huge, because it used to be if you couldn't come, then you just miss out, and now I don't, which is great. So I'm filled with so much gratitude, and the thing that came up for me this morning in your meditation was I was thinking about how long I've been a member here, and it's just a little over 16 years. Right, because if you have kids, everything goes by which kid is how old. So James wasn't born yet, and he'll be 16 in January. So I'm thinking the length of my membership here is like just getting ready to learn how to drive. and thinking about how there's so many ways that I feel like I've grown up here and been parented here as I'm parenting, and all the unconditional love, and how genuine it is, my experience here of people doing what they say, which I'm sure is not a unique experience, that a lot of places you go, people will say one thing, but then they're fighting it out in the parking lot right after services. And the welcoming and the love is so consistent and thorough, and that, so I identify as queer and non-binary, and faith spaces is tricky for us. And it's just been so beautiful and lovely, and also challenging in a growth way that has just been so huge in my life. So all that to say, I'm happy. I have no conflict anymore. When I think about what tithing or pledging used to be for me, beforehand, it feels so well, of course, it feels really, really good, all the way through. So anyways, I hope that helps, but I'd invite you all to think about ways that you want to kind of integrate it just into your regular thing, because then it's easy. All right, thank you very much.
Grand Rising, everyone. How's everyone feel? It's so beautiful. Oh, I need sunglasses. There's so many lights out here. I got to get hooked up, y'all. I'm so glad I'm a part of Center of Peace. Feel like I've been here all my life, because ain't nothing but love in here. Yes?
You know what I say, raise your hands up high. Raise your hands up high and say, I thank you for this day. I am so grateful for this day. Take a deep breath in. Reach out your right hand. Put over your left shoulder. Reach out your left hand. Put over your right shoulder. Say, I love myself so much. I let the love wash over me. I send love out to the world. Breathe in. Say thank you. I know you all know this song. We let the love wash over us. We let the love wash over us. Oh, we let it be. Can you all sing it? We let the love over us. We let it be. We let the joy, we let the joy wash over us. We let it be. We let the joy, oh, we let the joy wash over us. Oh, we let it be. We let the peace, ooh, let the peace wash over us. Oh, we let it be. We let the light, we let the light wash over us. We let it be. We let the grace, we let the grace wash over us. We let it be. We let the love, sing it out, sing it out. Just let it roll over you. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Breathe in. Breathe in love and let go light all around you. Ashe.
Greetings. Please stand and repeat the affirmation after me. By remaining open to the life lessons I receive, I serve as a channel through which God expresses itself. And so it is. The reading comes from Lessons in Truth by Emily Cady, pages 24 to 25, Kindle edition. We all can learn how to turn the conscious mind towards universal mind or spirit within us. We can, by practice, learn how to make this everyday topsy-turvy mind of the flesh be still and let the mind that is in God, all wisdom, all love, think in us and out through us. Imagine, if you will, a great reservoir out of which lead innumerable small channels. At its farther end, each channel opens out into a small fountain. This fountain is not only being continually filled and replenished from the reservoir,
but is itself a radiating center whence it gives out in all directions that which it receives, so that all who come within its radius are refreshed and blessed. This is our relation with God. Each one of us is a radiating center. Each one, no matter how small or ignorant, is the little fountain at the far end of a channel, the other end of which leads out from all there is in God. This fountain represents the individuality as separate from the great reservoir God, and yet as one with Him. And without Him, we are nothing. Each of us, no matter how insignificant he may be in the world, may receive from God unlimited good of whatever kind he desires, and radiate it to all about him. But remember, he must radiate if he would receive more. Stagnation is death, and so it is. Both the affirmation and reading were submitted by Zulma Gonzalez, and so it is.
Could everybody say thank you? Say, I'm so grateful. The song is called Thank You for This Day. Who knows that song? I don't see no hands in the back. Oh, here we go. I'm not supposed to be getting all like this right now, right? Hey, raise it up. Y'all stand on up. Come on, sing with me. Get on up and move it a little bit. Come on, move. Hey, hey. Y'all gonna sing with me? Can I hear you say yes? Can I hear you say, oh yeah. Yeah, yeah. Woo-hoo-hoo. I like this party. Thank you for the stir spirit. Thank you for this day. Come on. This healing day. Thank you for the stir spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing day. Thank you for this joy, Spirit. Thank you for this joy. This healing joy. Oh, thank you. Hey, thank you. Thank you for this light, Spirit. Thank you for this light. This healing light. Oh, thank you for this peace, Spirit. Thank you for this peace. Oh, this healing peace. Thank you for center of peace. Thank you for center of peace. This healing place. Hey, you know what? Oh, thank you for Reverend Tawana. Thank you for Reverend Tawana. With her healing, her guidance in every way, her healing and guidance in every way and every day. Come on. Oh, thank you. Let's give Mr. Will Cates some. Come on, give him a little bit. Mr. Will Cates, hey, yeah. Hold up for a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Miss Jan Jeffries, she's my doctor and my neighbor and my baby girl. Miss Jan Jeffries, give it to her. Jan Jeffries, come on, give it to her. We're gonna take it up. Take it up, take it up. Hey! Hey! Thank you.
Yes. Can we give Marcy Francis and Will and Jan another round of applause? Yes. So this morning, I thought I would do something a little different. I'm going to use this for a minute. Yep. This is the month we've been talking about money. And everybody knows it by now. If you don't, we're talking about money. And I've shared that, and others have shared that we have a class right now, and there's about 40 of us, a little bit more than 40 of us, and we're working with John Randolph Price's book, The Abundance Book. And so what we do is every morning or evening, we get together and we pray, we read a statement from the book, we meditate, we contemplate, we journal, and then we share. And I have to admit that the sharing has been so rich that it's touched me. And it's very meaningful, has been very meaningful. And I think perhaps that's been everybody's experience. And so I asked a few people if they'd be willing to share one or two perspectives, one or two shifts in perspectives that they've had as a result of the class. So we're in day 28. And I'm loving it. I think everybody else is loving it. And so this morning, I've asked Zulma, I've asked Cynthia, and I've asked Pamela to join me in doing the message. So they'll come up first. They'll share a little bit of what they're getting or what shifted for them. And then I'll be up to finish the message this morning. So let's start with Zulma. Then we'll go with Pamela, and then we'll have Cynthia. Zulma.
Good morning, family. Which is what they hear every single morning. Good morning, family. When Reverend asked me to say something, she didn't tell me it was going to be part of the message. So I'm feeling a different spin on it. Nevertheless, for me, I kind of reworded the first declaration, the declaration being, I believe in God, the living spirit, almighty, one indestructible, absolute and self-existent cause. And this one manifests itself in and all throughout all creation, but is not absorbed by its creation. That's the important part for me. I kind of reworded that to say I trust and have faith in the perfect, ongoing, unstoppable, everywhere present, dwelling life that manifests itself in and through me. And that's the important part, that it manifests itself in and through me. On the second day of our 40-day, what came to me was that I am the I am. That I am the vessel through which the source operates. That I alone, through the right use of my consciousness, am responsible for my life and for my growth. On another day, I wrote that the I am, my inner self, my real self, my God self, is the cause of my lavish abundance. I'm going to repeat that. The I am, my inner self, my real, capital R, self, my real self, my God self, is the cause of my lavish abundance. Because I am that lavish abundance. It's not out there. It's not out there. It's not something I'm waiting for out there. I am it. We are it. That's the beautiful part. That's the beautiful part. We are it. My consciousness of the presence of God within me is my supply. I'll repeat that. My consciousness of the presence of God within me is my supply. My awareness, understanding, and knowledge of the all-providing activity of the divine mind within me is my supply. And you're hearing this redundant, that it's within me, the divine intelligence, the divine supply, the truth, the real self, it's within me. My supply is within me. My income of any kind, be it money or whatever, is unlimited because my ability to remain conscious of this truth is unlimited. The truth is that for as much as I am willing to put into having my desires fulfilled, that's how much I receive. I am in it, and it is in me. And finally, my true self is the self-sufficiency in my life and affairs. My true self is the all-sufficiency in my life and affairs. It comes from within. I am the abundance. My possessions don't determine my abundance because, again, I am my abundance. And so it is.
Good morning. As Zuma say, family. Because yes, you are. So when I began the 40-day abundance, I was going into really just thinking I wanted to change just change my ways of thinking, and also maybe receiving how to change my thinking of money, because my true feeling about money is I have no value for the paper. Because in working in a banking industry, you realize it's not the paper, it's really what you do with the paper that that makes it whatever it is you want it to be. But so I just thought that when I was going to do this, it was going to change my mind maybe about how that paper really is and just how money is. What does it mean? Maybe I need to change my values about it or whatever. But what happened in the course of the going through this course 40 days, something else came through about abundance, and it wasn't really about money. It was really beauty that has come about, the abundance of beauty. So it wasn't just money, it was really all of it. So when I'm traveling to work the beauty of seeing right now the trees changing colors. The beauty of knowing that there is no reason to worry about the dollar or even have any, I don't know, for me, no real value. Again, I still don't have the value for it because it's just paper. It's just coins. It's just whatever it is. It's just a way of exchanging. So how can I be now more creative in exchanging? You know, exchanging even with myself, what I can give. What is abundantly inside of me that I can give? Because of the fact is, abundance is mine. Source is who I am. Because I am the source. I am the supply. So what do I care? When I say that, I mean, why? Why worry? It just be. Let it go. And just let it be. And in this journey, also I found that maybe sometimes I might need to open my mouth and have conversation with people, because when I do, things are coming to me. So one experience I had was at school. I had this change a classroom, and I wasn't really prepared for it, but it's okay. So in going to a classroom, I got to decorate. I got to put something up on the walls, you know. So, and our teachers are here, they know what I'm talking about. And I'm like, I don't want to spend no money decorating. I just didn't want to. I really refused to spend money decorating, because I already had decoration from another room, and I don't want more decorations. And yeah. So anyway, my principal came, and she said, "Oh, it's coming along." I'm like, "Yeah, but I know I want to do some more things, and I want to do this, and I want to do that." So what did she show me? A room, their supply room. Another door that I did not know exists, that I actually walk past quite frequently. And there we have it. So I didn't have to worry about bulletin board paper. Also, it came to me, we have what it's called Make and Take, which happens through an organization called Cora. And it's stationed at St. Dominic's up on Frankfurt Avenue up in the Northeast. Well, this is a place where you can create all your stuff, have everything you need. You don't have to buy nothing. You just come with your creativity and just use what they have. So I'm like, okay, I don't want to buy posters. So I went there and I found my posters. And now my posters are hanging up. And now I'm like, okay, I got my room. And guess what? I didn't have to spend no money, okay? So, it's just being creative about it, okay? Because it's not about the money. It's just, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? What is feeling good inside of you? What is it that you want to receive in abundance? And that's just really what's going on in my journey right now in this 40-day. I don't know what I'm gonna do after the 40th day, so I don't do 40 more. Right, there you go. Just keep it going, But yeah, so never think it's not there. Just open up. Just open up within. Open up that heart, and all those things which also help too. These things that I was taught, none of anybody's fault or anything, but things that we're taught. Let it go. As Kamala said, let's turn the page. Let it go. And just be. Let it flow, because it's there. It is there. So whatever it is you're wanting, just be open, be still with it. Sometimes it may not come as fast as you want, but that's okay, because there's a reason for it. But just stay with it, and I'm complete.
good morning. I don't know if I have been much to add to all that, but for me, what has actually shown itself the most is the acknowledgement and remembering that abundance and prosperity is, as Pam said, not just money. And it comes in a multitude of ways you see it. And, you know, I like nature and seeing the trees change colors, and you say, oh, that's pretty. And I acknowledge it, but during this time, it has caused me to remember to see it every day. It has caused me to remember that it's there every day. And the abundance of love, to appreciate my grandchildren always wanting me to go on their class trips and spending time with the kids. That's the abundance of love. And not to take it for granted, because there's some kids that don't want to be around their grandparents. There's some, it's just that, the abundance of trusting and knowing, for me, that has come across too. Like, okay, you kind of sort of know, like, God's got this, God is within me, but as soon as something happens, you jump out there, oh, what am I going to do? And with this, it's a constant reminder every day is, God's got this. Let it go. And the sooner you let it go, the sooner it manifests, the answer or the solving of the problem manifests itself. And it's more and more, since we've been doing this, evident. Little things have been coming up just so I can see it happen. We had an issue with our airline tickets. They changed the date of my flight to another day that's wasn't going to work going out, but coming back, leaving a day early, missing part of the tour. That wasn't going to happen, but it called and it got worked out. Not taking the same flight, not leaving, at least still leaving a day early, but being able to come back on time and not miss out on the flight. And now don't have to drive to Newark. I'm leaving from Philly. So it's just little things like that. Don't have to pay to rent a car to go to Newark. And one thing that all this, find my page, the main thing it reminded me of, knowing that it is within me and it is all there, was one meditation. It came to mind to me as an unborn child. Everything it needs is provided, and it's nurtured by the womb and the umbilical cord. That's us. And the mother, that's source. Even gets cravings for certain things, if not enough minerals. They heard of women who want to eat clay or chalk because they need that particular mineral. And whatever nutrient is not being provided, they get a craving for it. So it's provided. The child doesn't have to ask, don't have to yank on the umbilical cord and say, send down some. It just happens. And that was for me a very literal picture of what is going on, that I am being nurtured and cared for, and I don't have to do anything but accept it. And the more I accept it and open it and remember, the more nutrients I get. And that is abundance, and that is prosperity, and that is my goal, to live my life every day remembering I need do nothing but know that God is my source and it lives within me, and I'm complete.
Well, thank you, Cynthia, and thank you, Pamela. Thank you, Zuma, for taking over and doing a piece of the message for me this morning. And so, yeah, for October, our theme, all our needs are met. And I think we all are coming to know that. We all are coming to believe that. And just a few spiritual principles and practices this morning to highlight my sharing this morning. Spiritual principle number one, we believe in God, the living spirit, almighty one, indestructible, absolute, self-existent cause. This one, it has manifested itself in me, and it has manifested itself in you. We are the individualized expression of spirit in every way and in every manner. Spiritual principle number 6, we believe that the highest God and the innermost God are one. Are one. And so let me just say this, let us make no mistake about it. While we are talking about money, while we're talking about the moolah, what we are really doing is releasing anything and everything that gets in the way of our expanding our awareness, our consciousness to such a degree that we no longer limit and we no longer deny our experience of good. To expand our consciousness to such a degree that we no longer deny God and more God, or good and more good in our lives. We are doing the work to expand our consciousness where we move from living in a state of uncertainty until we are always living in a state of expectancy. So I wanted to read a little bit from the 40-Day Abundance book, and I'm reading from page 55, 56, and 57. In it, John Randolph Price says that the abundant life for each individual is the will of God. God is the source of all prosperity and is forever providing us with whatever we need in abundant measure. Money itself will not necessarily make a person happy, but a prosperity consciousness will bring forth poise, confidence, contentment, peace, joy, and freedom from the fear of lack, in addition to tangible supply. So money without the consciousness for it is not our objective. What we want is a spiritual understanding that God is our all-sufficiency of supply in all things. Thus, money becomes a spiritual experience when we work with the principle. He says, people who have evolved in consciousness have little concern for demonstrating supply. And the reason is because they recognize that they are the boundless wealth of the universe in expression. They know they are related to the one mind and that this mind is their inexhaustible resource. The result? They attract all good things to them in overflowing measure and continually experience the joy of abundant living. They let their minds speak for them, and each consciousness makes its own particular demand on the universal treasury. He goes on to say, how rich can you be? As rich as you think you can be, or wealthy as your contentment level. However, most people are content in just, quote, getting by. And if that is as far as your consciousness can expand, then so be it. You have made that choice. But now that you can achieve the total freedom of financial independence, if you choose, it will work to uplift your consciousness to accommodate that level of completeness. When Jesus told us to seek the kingdom, he didn't say to try for a little bit of the kingdom or half of the kingdom. He said, go for it in its entirety, to incorporate the total spiritual consciousness of plenty in our hearts. And he said to do this first. And then all things would be added. All things would be attracted to us. When we realize the presence of God within us, that realization is the spiritual experience. It is the kingdom of heaven, harmony within you. And out of this kingdom, this spiritual consciousness flows everything that we could desire in this life. From that state of consciousness flows everything that we could desire. So for us, the place for us to start is in our mind. The place for us to start is in our mind. The place for us to work is in our mind. Tell your neighbor, let's go to work. Let's go to work. Our work is in our mind. We are changing our mental perception so that we have the consciousness, as the reading said, for money. What good is having money if you don't have the consciousness for money? We got to get our minds right. The reading suggested that the one who has the consciousness for money is poised, is peace-filled. The one who has the consciousness for money it has a sense of freedom from lack, fear from lack. And so the last few weeks then, what we've been doing is we've been working to change our mental mindset. We've been working to change our perspective, our perception of ourselves, because when we change our perceptions of ourselves, our perception of life changes. Our perception of money changes. And so what happens, though, is that sometimes when we are thinking about money, we just want the money to fall from the tree. You know what I'm saying? Like, kind of miraculously. Like, the money's just going to fall from the tree. And we're going to be there, and, you know what I mean? It's going to be falling around. But it doesn't happen like that because we don't have the consciousness for it to happen like that. It doesn't happen like that because we don't expect it to happen like that. What good is the money if you don't have the consciousness for the money? Second, it doesn't happen like that because if it did, we wouldn't know what to do with the money. As soon as the money fell down from the tree, some of us would immediately get worried. Oh my God. They know I got all the money. The people know I got the money. People going to start calling me. If it was falling from a tree, immediately we go there. If the money was falling from the tree, immediately some of us will start to feel guilty. I got all the money, and they don't. If it was falling from the tree, this would be our experience. Some of us, then that would just shoot us into feeling, some of us then might have a sense of feeling unworthy. All the money is falling from the tree, you know what I mean? We might start ducking it, you know what I mean? Like, oh my God, I'm not worthy of this. I mean, come on, what good is love if you don't have the consciousness for love? We're dodging it. Oh my God, love is falling from the tree. You know what I'm saying? So here's the thing. If money was a man, or if money was a woman, or whatever your flavor is, if money stepped out and money was like, here I am, what you gonna do with all this? Right? And for the women, I mean for the men, if it was a woman, money be like, here I am. What you gonna do with all this? What you gonna do with all this, Carletta? Money be like, here I am. What you gonna do with all this? You gotta have the consciousness so that when the money comes, you're ready for the money. You gotta have the consciousness so that when the man comes, you're ready for the man. What am I gonna do with all this? When the woman comes, you're ready for the woman. You got the consciousness for it. When the house comes, you don't feel guilty about it. When the car comes, when the job comes, when love comes, when the house comes, when the car comes, when love comes, when the people come, when the friends come, You got the consciousness for it. You know what to do with it. Many of us, money eludes us because when it comes, here I am, we don't know what to do with it. So it doesn't come. The thing about it is that, excuse me, the thing about it is that most of us, we think we want money because money equates to a good time. So really then what we want is a good time. Because we don't have the consciousness to go with money. We don't have the consciousness quite yet to see ourselves having something else. And don't get me wrong, I done had my plenty of good times. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with a good time. But money brings you a good time, but the consciousness to go with it will bring you joy. Money brings you a good time. The consciousness to go with it brings you joy. It's in our consciousness then that we develop a real sense of expectancy. Oh, I'm expecting the money to fall from the tree. And when the money shows up, oh, I'm expecting money to show up. Here I am. What you gonna do with it? Here I am. Now what you gonna do with all of this? A consciousness to go along with the money, it moves us into a state of deserving. I deserve all this. We deserve all this. So these last few weeks then, we've been changing our perspective and working on changing our perceptions about ourselves, as I said, because when we change our perception about ourselves, then we change our perceptions about money. And it is daily that we must remind ourselves that we're not separate and apart from God. We're not separate and apart from the source. We're not separate and apart from the supply. We're not separate and apart from the substance, as the three ladies reminded us. It's everywhere. Beauty is saying, here I am, what you gonna do with it? The love is saying, here I am, what you gonna do with it? The peace is saying, here I am, what are you going to do with all this? So we've got to get a new mindset if we want to have a different experience with money. And one of the things we've got to get out of our minds is our old-time religion. I've introduced some to Reverend Ike, and some might not know Reverend Ike, but you should look up Reverend Ike. Reverend Ike would say, we got to get rid of that old-time religion, be nothing, do nothing, and have nothing. Money says, here I am, what you gonna do with it? Go do something, go be something, go have something. We got to get rid of our old-time religion. Do nothing, be nothing, have nothing. Old-time religion and new thought don't mix. They don't go together. You can't bring your old-time religion and think you're going to have a new thought. You know what I'm saying? They don't go together. The Bible reminds us that the Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. Here I am. What you gonna do with all this money? The Bible says that, the Bible reminds us that the righteous shall flourish. That is, the one who thinks right shall flourish. What you gonna do with all this? Here I am. Here it is. The righteous. The one who is thinking about, the one who knows how to think. What you gonna do with this money when you get this money? The problem is, many of us don't know what we're going to do with the money when we get the money. We don't know what we're going to do with the love when we get the love. We don't know what we're going to do with the man when we get the man. What we're going to do with the woman when we get the woman. Daily then, we must begin to practice changing our thinking, changing our minds to release anything and everything that does not align with the truth of our being. I shall not want. If it doesn't align with that, it's got to go. It's got to go. Those who know how to think, they can't help but flourish. Right thinking, you can't help but flourish. Your perception of what's possible can't help but change. If you are thinking right, if you have a different mindset, it can't help but happen. So that when money shows up and says, here I am, what you going to do with all this? You can say, oh, I know what to do with you. I know what to do with all this. I know what I'm going to do with all this. So, and let me just say this, and I thank God that I know what to do with all this. And you should thank God that you know what to do with all this. It was on day 6, as I close up, it was on day 6 that we read the statement in the abundance book. And it reads, my inner supply instantly and constantly takes on form and experience according to my needs and desires. And as the principle of supply in action, it is impossible for me to have any needs or unfulfilled desires. And it was at that moment that I experienced a choir of impossible, a chorus of impossible, a symphony of impossible. What was happening in me? I just kept hearing the word, it's impossible, it's impossible, it's impossible, it's impossible, it's impossible, it's impossible for me to have any needs or desires unfulfilled. It's impossible, impossible, it's 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 impossible, this is how it was happening. It's impossible, it's impossible, it's impossible, it's impossible, it's impossible. My cells started to say it. It's impossible, it's impossible, it's impossible, it's impossible for you to have any needs and unfulfilled desires. It's impossible, it's impossible, it's impossible. And then it's like my hair follicles started saying, it's impossible, it's impossible, it's impossible, it's impossible, it's impossible, it's impossible. And the blood started getting into it. It's impossible, it's impossible, it's impossible, it's impossible, it's impossible, it's impossible for us to have any needs and desires unfulfilled. Let us all join in our benediction together. Tell your neighbor, it's impossible for you to have any needs and desires unfulfilled. It's impossible, 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 it's impossible for you and for me to have any needs and desires unfulfilled. And so it is. And so it is. Yeah. I think we're just going to let that be our benediction, our prayer. It's impossible. It's impossible. Yes. Okay.
God is, I am. right here, right now, right here, right now. God is, I am. God is, I am. Right here, right now, right here, right now. God is, I am.
And so it is. And so it is, yes. And so now I want to call our ushers forward as we move into a time of sharing and giving. Yeah. As we move into a time of sharing and giving, I ask that you take your tithes and your offerings, your gifts out. And before we just turn within for a moment of prayer, let us just be mindful that there are others who've already given online and those who give online, and we're just bringing it all in as we take a moment to turn within, to not miss out on this important opportunity to give thanks, to affirm and alert the universe that we know that we cannot have any needs and desires go unfulfilled. We already grateful and thankful for it. So let us take this moment then to turn within, to bring ourselves to a place of just knowing that we can never outgive that which is inexhaustible and ever giving of itself, to itself, through itself, and as itself. Life is always providing our needs. And we can never be separate and apart from it. So it's from that place and that space then that we come together to give to the Center of Peace this morning, where I know surely that every cent that we receive, that it moves us out into the world, creating an even more safer place and an even more sacred space, so that anybody and everybody who is ready to change their mindset about money can. So that anybody and everybody who is ready to get all right with receiving money can. So that anybody and everybody who is ready to begin to expect money to fall from the tree, that they can. For anybody and everybody who is ready to understand that they are deserving of lavish abundance, that they may experience it with us. That we may be a beacon of light one into the other as we come to accept this as the nature of our true reality. It's impossible for any of us then to have our needs and desires unfulfilled. So, as we are blessed, I know too that the giver is blessed 1,000,000 times fold. Truly, it could be no other way. So for every cent that we receive, I give thanks. Truly, I do give thanks. And so it is.
Give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks for all that is. Give praise, give praise, give praise, give praise, give praise for all that is. There will never ever be another day just like this day, so let's give praise Selah, 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 for all that is. Ashe, 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 for all that is. Give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks for all that is. There will never ever be another day just like this day, so let's give praise now.
And so it is. So it is. Yes. All right. So we've done it again. Let us stand and prepare to sing our closing song. Our release, you can find the lyrics to the song in the back of your seats if you're unfamiliar with the song as our choir comes forward. I want to remind everybody that if you are desiring prayer, that our practitioners, they are here and stand ready to join you in prayer and knowing the truth with you, for you, and about you. They have on the purple stoles, easily able to be identified. And just another reminder, we have cake to celebrate all the birthdays in September and October. Just October? Okay. Yeah. All the important people, yeah. All right, I think we're ready.
There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all by myself.
Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. Didn't know the love God was had.
But now I can say, if you're discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day,
you have got to let it go.
you gotta let it go.
Let it all go.
Let it all go.
And this is what you have to say. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more peace, and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. No more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. And I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for
And so, as we journey on throughout our week, let us be willing to develop the consciousness that says, I know what to do. When money shows up and says, what you gonna do with all this money? And so it is.
I gotta be thankful because I know someone lost their life today. And so every moment I endeavor to live life the righteous way. To serve with a sense of purpose and let love light the way. Even if I die today, that's just the price I pay. Just know I try to be kind and seek the divine every night and day. Gratitude for the sunrise. Gratitude for the sunshine. Gratitude for the moonlight. Every day feels like a new life. Especially when I meditate. Take a breath and then I elevate. Everything deserves gratitude. That's my everyday attitude. Gratitude. That's my everyday attitude. Gratitude. Gratitude. That's my everyday attitude. Gratitude. Gratitude is the fruit of life. The nourishment of the soul when there's no food in sight. When your vibrations are low and you feel blue inside. Gratitude is the attitude that gets you through the night. Never believe in lack or limitations. Anything can be manifested with a little appreciation. I appreciate my life. I appreciate my breath. I appreciate my sight. Gratitude for my health. Gratitude is the happiest mood. Even if I happen to lose, everything deserves gratitude. That's my everyday attitude. Gratitude. That's my everyday attitude. Gratitude. Gratitude. That's my everyday attitude. Gratitude. With a heart full of gratitude and a mind full of peace. That's how you should live. That's how you should be. With a heart full of gratitude and a mind full of peace. That's how you should love. That's how you stay free. Yeah, 2020 AD. I just wanna make love. I just wanna make peace. I just wanna stay free. 2020 AD. I just wanna make love. I just wanna make peace. I just wanna stay free. Gratitude. That's my everyday attitude. Gratitude. Gratitude. That's my everyday attitude. Gratitude.